Hi, my name is Billy Flowers, and welcome to my channel where I talk about velocity banking and how we can use this strategy to massively pay off debt. And before I get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So, in the last video, I talked about using a first lien HELOC to pay off a mortgage. So, I just wanted to go over this article that I found here showing you the difference between a first lien HELOC and a second lien HELOC in writing so we can go over it together. So let's get started. So as you know, a HELOC is a home equity line of credit. And you might be asking yourself, well, what is a lien? A lien is a legal claim over a piece of property in place until the debt is repaid. Basically, the person or institution claiming the lien has the right to the property if the debt is not paid back. So then a first lien is a first claim, the first right to the property if its debt is unpaid. So one of the advantages of a first lien HELOC is it allows homeowners to access their home's equity by offering a financial institution the first claim to the property if it's unpaid, just like a mortgage. So it's really no difference. This is why you can think of a first lien HELOC as a combination between a mortgage lien and a line of credit. So unlike a mortgage, if you have a mortgage on your home, a traditional mortgage, you know that you have a monthly payment, but it's only one way. With a HELOC, you're also going to have a monthly payment, but you can also take money back out of it, just like a line of credit, or think of it like a big credit card. So you can put money in and take money out. It will replace your original mortgage, allowing you to access the equity you're paying into. First lien in First lien lenders will often frame this type of loan as a flexible option to the traditional mortgage. So you get the best of both worlds. So now we're going to be looking at first lien versus second lien HELOC. If a first lien HELOC replaces a mortgage, that will mean a second lien HELOC is in addition to that original mortgage. This is a classic home equity line of credit we're talking about at the beginning of this article. Calling it a second lien HELOC is just a helpful way to compare it to a first lien HELOC. This also helps explain why a HELOC is also referred to as a second mortgage. So think of like a second lien HELOC. You're just getting equity out of your home, but it's going to be in addition to the mortgage that you're already paying. So just think of it as like you have a mortgage on your home, and then you go out to, let's say, a credit union, and you can get a line of credit from there, and then you start chunking at your home. This is pretty much similar, but you can just get a larger amount. So if they're pulling equity out your home, you can get a much larger line of credit versus you getting strictly a line of credit from a bank. This is actually pulling equity out of your home. That's why it's called a HELOC, home equity line of credit. Now, when you're comparing a first lien HELOC to a second lien HELOC, there are a couple key differences to keep in mind. A first lien HELOC replaces the mortgage entirely. A second lien HELOC must be paid in addition to your traditional mortgage. A first lien HELOC lender gets priority access to your property if the debt is not paid in full. A second lien HELOC gets settled after a first lien is taken care of, making it a less risky option. It may also help to think of a first lien HELOC as a type of refinance and a second lien HELOC as a secondary finance using equity in your home. Both types let you access equity in your home for whatever you need. And then we're going to go down a little bit further here, leveraging a first lien HELOC. So you might be wondering, what exactly is the benefit of using a first lien HELOC? Why would someone choose an alternative that seems more risky to the classic mortgage or a home equity line of credit or a second lien? The first reason is convenience. You can withdraw cash freely from the same account you're using to pay down your home, making it easy to keep track of. So, like I mentioned in the last video, you can have your checking you can have your checking linked to your HELOC. And the only thing that's going to happen is it's going to be on automatic. So as soon as you put your money, as soon as your check comes in from your whatever job that you have, your income goes into the checking account. It's going to automatically transfer it over to the HELOC. And then whenever you have bills that's tied to your checking account, come out, it's going to overdraft the checking account, and then it's going to automatically pull those funds out of the HELOC. And there's not going to be any kind of overdraft fees or anything. It's just going to be an automatic practice, automatic process, and you don't have to do really much of anything. You just have to make sure that your checks are going into the checking account, and then of course if you have positive cash flow, that's what's going to pay down the HELOC. So you're only going to be dealing with one lender and everything home finance related, all in one place. On a more technical level, you can potentially save on interest over time because the way the amounts are calculated. Now remember, on lines of credit, the interest is calculated on the average daily balance. So in this case, since it's linked to your checking account, every single cent is getting transferred over to the HELOC, and that's going to bring the balance down, meaning for that day, the interest is going to get calculated on the lowest balance possible until you have certain bills coming out throughout the month. But you know that all your bills are not going to be coming out the same day every single month. So your balance is going to be as low as possible every single day until your bills come out. So you're going to be getting charged the least amount of interest as possible, especially with this automatic process. And of course, the main draw as well as your ability to draw. Need to cover an emergency expense? Want to remodel a bathroom? Looking to pay down high interest debt credit card? You can potentially take it right out from your home's equity. Now we're not. I'm usually when I'm talking on my videos, we're not talking about using home equity lines of credit to remodel your house and doing like nothing like that. We're focusing on paying down debt. So when they're talking about paying down a high interest credit card, yes, I would recommend that because you have a credit card that's charging you what 20% and then you might have a HELOC that's getting charged maybe 7 to 8%. And with velocity banking, the way we're dumping our money into these lines, we're going to be paying even less interest than that because of the way that we're maximizing our income, right? And then you might also have any types of personal loans or even a car loan if you have enough let's say space or you have enough amount of HELOC, then you can start chunking either at a personal loan or a car loan, just like you would use a regular line of credit from a bank. This you're just using HELOC, you're just using the equity that's already in your home, and you're just using that to pay down your debt. And the thing about this is you're going to get to the point where you want to pay down your mortgage, and you're literally using the equity in your home to pay down the home, which is a win-win situation. So I just wanted to drop this article just to show you the difference between a first lien and a second lien HELOC, and it's up to you which one that you want to use. I mean, either or. is good. Just the first lien HELOC is a little bit more convenient, and it's more automated, so you don't have to track it, track you don't have to track your bills and making sure the money is here or there as much as you would with a second lien HELOC. But even with a second lien HELOC, it's not that hard either. I mean, you're just putting all your money into the HELOC, and then you're just taking out what you need for expenses. So either or is good. The only thing about a first lien, like this article mentioned, is paying off your house entirely. So you have no more mortgage payment. So the only thing you have to worry about now is the interest on the HELOC. But as I showed you in the last video, every single month your interest your interest cost is going to go down. So think of that interest cost as like your new mortgage payment, with the quotes, your new mortgage payment, but your mortgage is going to be going down every single month until you pay it off. And that's it. That's basically the differences. So I hope you found value in today's article, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. And I just want to thank you all for your support. We're almost at 100 subscribers. Thank you all. And I believe I'm going to be doing something special once we get to 100 subscribers. So stay tuned for that. And like I always say, get that cash flow.